Okay, let's talk a little bit about pixels. In your account, on the left-hand side nav bar, you drop the audiences tab down here as you see, and then click on Manage Pixels, which I've already done. And you land on this page. And to note to start with, every Foundy account is built with its own or comes with its own custom universal pixel. So it's a unique pixel for your account, which is what helps build audience data up off of the Foundy pre-save pages and links and even your website. So you can take, just like you could do Meta or Google Analytics code or TikTok pixels, you can take this universal pixel that you see highlighted here. You can click the little copy button or just highlight it and copy it. And then you can place it per these managed pixel settings, paste it on your website, and you can then start to build audience data off of your website as well, or in addition to the Foundy pages. Now, this pixel can also go on third-party purchasing sites such as Shopify, for example, if you're selling merchandise. Many different ticketing platforms allow this pixel. Ticketmaster is one that I will say is at least currently a caveat to that rule. We're working with them to get them to approve this universal pixel, but they have some very, very specific requirements. But for anything else that you need, you should be able to have this pixel placed across your website. And this is what's going to allow you, if we go over to remarketing audiences, allow you to build out different audience pools or buckets of audiences based on this pixel. Now, one other thing to point out here, you do have the ability to add in third-party pixels as well. So you can see here under the bottom section, users added pixels. So where this comes into play is if you have if you're using any of our like link shortening tools or our pre-save or music pages, and you're generating a landing page from within Foundy, if you bring in these other third-party pixels, the Facebook pixel, Google AdWords, it will then allow those pixels to fire on your pages or links that are created through Foundy account. So if you want to do something like that, you simply click add pixel. You name the pixel here. One thing to note, you do need the full pixel code. So that full HTML code, not just your meta pixel ID, for example. You need that full code. So once you paste it here, you click create. And that will then allow you to, if it's a meta pixel, for example, then on meta ads or Facebook ads, you can use the audience tools to build out audiences based on people that have come through your Foundy pages, for example. So that is a quick highlight on the pixels. Now let's also talk briefly about remarketing audiences. These audiences, again, are generated off of the Foundy pixel that you have essentially used tied to your account. So if you've put this pixel on your website, you could come in here, click create audience. You could maybe name this website traffic. There's many different ways you can slice and dice your audience stuff here, but today we're not going to go into a ton of details on that. But if, for a quick example, if you wanted to generate an audience of anybody that's been to your website, you would change the location URL. This means this area right here is basically where the pixel is. So in terms of if the pixel's on your website and it's firing on your website, that's the location of that pixel. So in this case, it would be location contains, and then whatever the domain of your website is. So in my case, if my website is Taylor Winchester Creates, I would simply use this to create an audience of anybody that's visited any pages on my website or any domain that has this in it if my pixel's on that page. So I'm not going to create that because this is actually not my account. This is our customer service account. But you can see here different audiences that are created. The Apple Music fans, Spotify fans, that is data that is actually created from engagements on your actual music pages. So if we were to reference, let me find a quick example. So let's look at this Sarah Jarosz page, for example. So if somebody comes to the Sarah Jarosz page and this is my page, and somebody clicks pre-save on Spotify, then back in my account, they're going to be lumped into the Spotify fans audience. So it's not pulling in data directly from the Spotify platform or from Apple platform. It's really just automatically segmenting engagements that happen on your pages that have your Foundy pixel on them. So we automatically populate a couple here, the Apple, Spotify, total fans. This is going to include any of your Foundy pages. If the pixels on your website would include that audience as well. And then you, of course, again, we just talked about, have the ability to kind of create different audiences down here also. If you wanted to run an ad campaign to any of these audiences, you can click the reach button right here. You can also, under these actions drop down, you can click reach down here on the right as well. So hopefully that is helpful in terms of how to use our pixels and our audience tools. I guess I should also point out, this is a new offering, the My Fan. This is calculating data across all of your pages and all of your pre-saves and all of your links. We'll talk a little bit more about this as we start to further build this out, but you should start to see this data kind of continue to build out the more you use your account as well. Let us know or reach out via support if you have any additional questions. Otherwise, hope you have a great day.